Hello and welcome back to another Walking Dead video, and today we'll be talking about Andrea and what if she survived her Season 3 death. And unlike all the other characters, we actually do know a bit about what Andrea would have done if she survived her fate in Season 3. But before we get into that, a quick shout out to Seth and Mindy, who gave us this question in the last Walking Dead what ifs. So moving into the video, unlike all the other what ifs, we actually know what originally was the plan for Andrea, and her death was a last minute rewrite. Originally, Andrea was meant to survive Season 3, and the final episode of Season 3 was to be about Andrea escaping and saving the people of Woodbury. I imagine Woodbury would have still fallen, but Andrea would have been more of a leadership role. Maybe she should have been leader of the council after Rick steps down in the first half of Season 4. We know that the original plan for Andrea was to have her go around for maybe 10 seasons. The actor had a contract for that long, more or less, so she would have definitely been very much comic Andrea, and characters like Michonne and Sasha would be changed if she survived. I definitely think Andrea would have ended up with Rick, so all of Michonne's story is completely changed, and Andrea would have been the sniper, so those aspects of Sasha would also be changed. However, I think Sasha would get away more unscathed than Michonne. Sasha's plot would basically be the same minus all the sniping things. She would still have that relationship with Bob, losing Tyrese, and the depression and eventual getting together with Abraham just before Abraham dies. Sasha would get all that minus all the cool sniping bits. However, Michonne would be completely changed, and they would do one or two things with Michonne. One, I think they would kill her off. She wouldn't be as big of a character because Michonne's comic story is all given to Carol. Or the second thing is that they would quickly get rid of Carol or completely write her completely differently so that Michonne can get her comic stories. It would be a knock-on effect because Andrea is around, Michonne can't do that, so Carol can't do that, and some more things down the line. And I definitely think Carol's a more popular character, so they probably would have ended up killing off Michonne a lot sooner than her exit in Season 10. Or they would completely change and get rid of Sasha so that Michonne would have that type of story instead. And if that happened, the end of Season 7 would be completely changed. However, some things that wouldn't change even if Andrea survived would be Carl's death. Michonne didn't die, Andrea would be basically Michonne, so Carl would still die, and that would have the knock-on effect of Andrew Lincoln wanting to leave in Season 9. So those two big events would stay the same. The next biggest change would be in Season 10, and I definitely think that Andrea wouldn't get Michonne's exit. They would keep her around. The only reason Michonne left is because Diagonera got big on the MCU and all these other projects. She left to go pursue other things. The actor for Andrea didn't, or she wouldn't maybe, so you would still have Andrea around. And I don't think they would give her the comic death. You would have Angela Kang, who's scared to kill off characters, and Andrea be one of the 2 or 3 only Season 1 characters. Andrea would still make it into Season 11, and her comic death would still go to Rosita. And because she makes it to Season 11 and it's all new material, I definitely think she would then have the knock-on effect on Yumiko, and she would get Michonne's comic story. We got little hints that Andrea might be some sort of lawyer or something like that in the earlier seasons, so I definitely think that's what they would do with Andrea. She would get Yumiko's story, and Yumiko would either be killed off or underutilized just like Magna. And I definitely think she would make it to the end of the show. She wouldn't be like Daryl and Carol and get a spin-off. She would be one of those few characters that just gets a happy ending. And that's what I think would happen if Andrea survived her Season 3 death. She would become some sort of leader in the early seasons. She'd become Rick's partner. She would then stay on after Rick left and eventually become a lawyer like Yumiko did in Season 11. So please tell me down below, what do you think about my what if Andrea survived? Do you agree with what I think or do you disagree? I'd like to know all your thoughts and opinions down below, and make sure to put some more suggestions of what ifs. But this is it for me today, so goodbye, peace out, and I'll talk to you in my next video.